Hi there. So today I'll be talking about the original 1978 Halloween movie, which really interests me. I'm a big horror film fan, and Halloween is my favourite horror franchise, along with Saw, but Halloween is my personal favourite. For this video, I'll just be trying audio for now. I might try my camera later if I get more confident. I'll see how the video goes. I might talk about other Halloween movies in future. There are a whole 13 of them to go through. I'll give a spoiler warning at this point. I'll be talking about the plot of the original movie and possibly other Halloween movies too, so please be wary that there will be a lot of spoilers in the video. So first I'll give a basic overview of the film and random interesting trivia as well. The film was released in theatres in 1978. Confusingly, there are now 3 different films called Halloween within this franchise, including the Rob Zombie remake and the new 2018 sequel that's also called Halloween. Super confusing. So in the latest universe, you have the original Halloween, then the sequel is also called Halloween. But anyway, we're talking about the original here. It was directed by John Carpenter, written by John Carpenter and his girlfriend at the time, Deborah Hill. So they wrote the script together and Deborah Hill produced it. It was done on a budget of approximately $300,000, which would need to be adjusted for inflation, but this is still comparatively not a lot of money by today's standards. I mean, I'd say there are movies today that are being made for hundreds of millions that aren't anywhere near the quality of this film. The original idea was to call it The Babysitter Murders, but it was later decided it would be set on Halloween night and called Halloween. It was probably Irwin Yablans who originally wanted it to be about someone targeting babysitters. I think that was his idea. Irwin Yablans is a co-founder of the company Compass International Pictures, which is now called Trancas International Films. I think they still hold the rights to the Halloween franchise, or they have a stake in it at least. So, the film takes place in the fictional town of Haddonfield, Illinois, which is based on Deborah Hill's hometown of Haddonfield, New Jersey. The main antagonist and focal point of the film is Michael Myers. The film's set in the present day of 1978, around Halloween time, but it starts 15 years prior to that when Michael is 6 and he kills his sister in a horrible way. It then flashes forward to the present day when Michael is 21 and he's incarcerated in Smith's Grove Sanitarium for the murder of his sister. He manages to break out through a prison riot. One thing that interests me about that is, did Michael cause the prison riot? Like in the 2018 movie, did he cause the transport bus to crash? I'm just not sure. Also, he steals a vehicle when he breaks out. At what point did he learn to drive? Anyway, maybe I'm missing some info there. Anyway, Michael makes his way to Haddonfield and he ends up stalking, attacking, killing 4 people in gruesome fashion. Another important character that we meet is Dr. Samuel Loomis, played by Donald Pleasance, who is Michael's psychiatrist. Dr. Loomis seems frightened that Michael has escaped, as he considers him to be pure evil and highly dangerous. However, the exact nature of Michael is left unclear. For example, who or what he is and what motivates him. In the 15 years that Michael was at Smith's Grove, Dr. Loomis tried to help him and counsel him at first. Then he realises the true nature of him and felt there was no saving him. So Loomis spends a lot of the movie fearful about what Michael is going to do, and he's trying to stop him. One of the people Michael attacks is Laurie Strode, our main protagonist, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. She's the last one standing at the end. It's not really clear why Michael is targeting babysitters, or if he's targeting anyone, or if they're just in his way, which I think adds to the whole mystique of the film. The ending of the film is excellent, in my opinion. After Michael attacks Laurie Strode, Dr. Loomis shoots him 6 times. Michael stumbles back and falls off the first floor balcony of the house, and he falls all the way to the garden below. It's assumed he's down for the count and maybe dead, but then, when we look back, he has disappeared. This adds to the mystique of what is the nature of him. Is he a person? Is he a force? We don't know. The movie doesn't answer this question and is all the better for it, I think. The film is still very impactful to this day and very scary, particularly considering the mask, which I haven't talked about, but they used a creepy, expressionless white mask with hollow eyes based on a William Shatner mask for some reason. I guess this adds to the idea that we don't know the nature of Michael, we're not sure what we're dealing with, and also that maybe he has no emotions or feelings about anything. We do see Michael's face at one point. I'm not sure why they decided to do that, as it does maybe humanise him a bit more. Not sure what they were going for there, but maybe I'm missing something. So, why do I like this film so much? It's still very frightening and impactful all these years later. I feel they captured lightning in a bottle with this movie, the way everything just came together. On, like I said, a shoestring budget, they haven't been able to capture that magic again. I don't think they ever will be. They've been imitators like Friday the 13th. I do like that franchise, but I don't feel the plot of the original Friday the 13th is as intriguing as this. The premise just doesn't interest me to the same extent. I personally think Halloween has a more powerful, more haunting concept and premise. I'm no expert in filmmaking, editing, etc., but in my opinion, the success of a movie like this, and whether it stands the test of time, it comes down to the script, which was excellent, and the acting, editing, music, sound effects, etc. were all very well executed. There isn't much sex or blood or gore in the film. They didn't need to rely on such things to hold people's interest. Maybe I'm missing something, but it seems like the 2018 movie, also called Halloween, kind of messed with the original ending, which I don't like. Later that same night, apparently Michael is just suddenly found wandering around or leaving a house. I can't remember which. And he just allows himself to be captured for another 40 years. I don't really get that. But anyway, the original ending stays with you. They could have ended it in different ways, but it feels to me that what we got is the best option they could have chosen. I personally love the esoteric nature of the story with ethereal, is that the word? Ethereal qualities, raising the question of the nature of evil, whether Michael is real, or the known or unknown. Is he a man or a force of some kind? Us not knowing that, and the film not answering it, makes it more frightening. This is one of the reasons why later films such as Halloween 6 didn't fare as well, I think, as they tried to explain it all away. But yeah, I'm not wanting to dump all over the later films, but I'm just saying I don't think it gets any better than this original one. This has been my first video upload. This is all new to me, to be honest, so I'm just trying this out and putting it out there to see what happens. I'm not too sure what I can and can't show in terms of copyright claims, but I'll try to overlay this audio with some photos I've taken, maybe of my Halloween DVDs, books, etc. Taking Shape's an excellent book. It covers the first 11 movies. It goes into forensic detail on behind-the-scenes stuff, transferal of the rights to the franchise, director's cuts versus television edits, etc. So that's a really interesting read. Okay, so thank you for taking the time to listen to this, and you might hear from me again in the future. Take care. Bye.